Hello, I'm Dr. Brenda Gorman from Elmhurst College, and I'm here today with Dr. Alejandro Brice from the University of South Florida, St. Petersburg. Today we are hoping to address several issues that are relevant to bilingual SLPs, parents, and other educators. And the first question I'd like to ask Dr. Brice is about parent questions that we typically receive about how to raise bilingual children. Dr. Brice, what are some of the most common questions that you receive from parents, and how do you typically respond?
Okay, thank you. I typically get the questions via email, and parents have received questions from parents from around the world, from parents in France, parents in the U.S., and talking about their bilingual children. And the most common question I have received is, can I raise my child bilingually? And of course, you can raise children bilingually. As we know, 50 to 80% of the world's population is bilingual. So it's a very natural process to raise children learning two languages. I would say the second question that I receive is, how can I raise my children bilingually? And we know there are different methods for raising children bilingually, and the key issues are exposure, guaranteeing a minimum amount of exposure in both languages. I think it's Barbara Pearson who said that you need to have at least 40% in one of the languages as a minimum. And the third question we're talking about is relating to how has to do with the quality of language that those children are receiving.
And so when parents typically solicit your advice, I get similar emails, and a lot of parents have been given messages that make them hesitant, that make them a little bit worried. Is that the same with you?
Yes. We're obviously emailing and reaching out to professionals asking about their children and raising their children bilingually. And surprisingly, the parents have received input that they should only be speaking one language in the home. For some reason, that myth is still out there. As we know, that is a myth. It's not true. Children can be exposed to two languages very naturally, having no difficulties acquiring languages. And I imagine, as we'll talk a little bit later, bilingual children with disabilities are also capable of speaking two or more languages.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Brice. I'm sure that would be very helpful information for many parents out there, as well as for many SLPs who also receive those questions, so that SLPs can better counsel families as well.